Hey everyone, I'm Xoonani. Welcome to my new video. I've bought this tiny sketchbook in a 3-pack in Xoonani for a while. This is a shop where you can find all kinds of different stuff, one each for my kids and one for me. I thought it would be nice to fill it in one session. Let's do this. The paper is not the best. It's like thin printer paper. I have to swatch different supplies on the last page so I know what I can use in here. The book has 15 spreads, excluded the first and the last swatching page. I thought I can easily fill all these pages in a day with cute creatures. But nope. It took me a while longer to fill this little friend here. I tried all my markers, watercolors, gouache, ink, these poster pens, also von Xoonani, normal black markers, my lettering markers, gouache and poster pens worked best on it. This is the possibility to try out different supplies together in mixed media and play around with all of them. This will be fun! For my first double page, I wanted to use what I always use to warm up a bit. I used watercolors and colored pencils on top. This worked not as good as I wished for. I decided that I won't use watercolors again in here. Yeah, we're somewhere in the woods now. Next one. Since I bought these poster pens from Xoonani as well, I wanted to try them out for mixed media art. They are soft like butter and you can also blend them with water. When it's dried, it's kind of waxy, but without smearing around again. I hope you understand what I mean. It's completely dry on the surface. I tried black marker on top of it. Not every marker works good on this waxy ground, but if it's juicy enough, it's no problem to use it. I also found out that acrylic markers and normal felt markers, also the Faber-Castell Pit ink markers, work very well on top of it. These are 2 stone creatures, a bit overgrown. I love such challenges. It's perfect for new ideas, for improving skills, and for trying out old and new supplies in different ways. This is always a kick for my creativity. The next page. It's gouache time. I will use my Hemis together with colored pencils on top. All these colors makes me happy. And in the middle of all that, there lives a happy shroom creature. The first page said somewhere in the woods. I think this whole book will be somewhere in the forest and floodplains where trees live, mushrooms, flowers, moss, other plants, bushes, stones and stuff. This cutie here has its home in a little mushroom meadow. Look how happy it is. Next one. Now we are here where the grass grows on a little glade, small flowers here and there. I used ink pens and wanted to try out the pen pastels the first time. But on this paper it wasn't such a good idea and the white background was disturbing. But I learned something. I tried to save the spread and used colored pencils on top. Next, again poster pens and then on top black marker and acrylic markers. I found out that some of them melt better underwater than other colors, and then I directly created another background. I thought it could be good for my working flow to create backgrounds first, but it's not really a difference. The second background is again hemi-gouache. On top I will use colored pencils again. Not every spread is my favorite in the end. It's hard to constantly create something perfect. In this challenge there was a point where it was hard to create new creatures. I wanted this book full of different cuties and a few new friends were born here. I wanted to fasten it up a bit. The black took so long on top and then I forgot to turn the cam on again. So this is a fast one. I started again with gouache as a background layer. Here should live a few seeds which sprout, a little spring picture, and they are so happy new lives. Next one. First I only wanted to use black marker for the spread. Later I decided to use also colored pencils and a white acrylic marker for some details. As you perhaps recognized, I always use a white marker for details in the end, especially for the eyes. Here we have trees again and they have a hidden viewer in this scene. I wanted them to talk, but in the end it was better to let them sing a forest song. Next spread. Again, a few stone creatures in the flower fields. I used the lettering markers from Städtler. I really like them for sketching and details here and there. I often use them in my sketchbooks. These stones are overgrown from a few mushrooms and lichens. Around them flowers grow. I like this spread a lot. This will be inspiration for a bigger artwork, I guess. It's getting messy on my table here. Again, Himi gouache for the ground layer and colored pencils on top. This time we have perhaps soil or stone creatures which are overgrown with little leaves or flowers. Happy guys! Next, again, poster pens and acrylic markers. These cuties here are very excited, I think, but it was a bit harder this time to get a good result. Next, here there comes a bigger root creature to life, and it has a message for myself to let the pressure go, because on this point I wanted that every spread is a good one. Next one. I'm really enjoying these poster pens right now. I'm so happy that I used them in this little book here. On top, I will use a Pitt ink pen from Faber-Castell, and again, a motivating message from them. Later, after I filmed this video, I recognized that I forgot their eyes. I painted them white afterwards. And now the fail of the day. First I wanted to sketch a few birds, but I hated them, and then I decided to paint all over with gouache. Because I chose a dark color, only a dark color, to cover the birds up, I chose a bright colored pencil. And my brain wasn't fast enough. The best is not to work out everything in negative technique. I should have started to draw all lights in this piece with this pencil, not the darks and the shadows. That's why the left one looks wrong. On the other page I tried to draw in the right way, but my motivation was on 0 point. I hated this spread, but wanted to let it in because I learned something. And you know, not every piece of art you create can be perfect. Failing is also learning every time, so it's a good thing. Next one. I only wanted to have this one in black and white, and it was a lot of fun to create these plant spirits here. I should do this more often, only using black. It's the next day, by the way, and before I started with this spread, I read a comment from one of you. She told me that she lives in the countryside and she can see so many stars there in the night without the city light pollution. And this inspired me for the first and almost last spread of the day. Thank you, Froggy Ray Creation. Next one, the last spread. What will I draw? I used the poster pens again, and 2 creatures were born. They say that endings are always new beginnings, so the end of this little book is the beginning of new inspiration and new projects. This will be one of my favorite spreads in this book in the end. I also filled the first page with my logo and the date. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Let's flip through all the pages together again. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. This is a big support for my little channel. Let's grow and reach the 1,000 subscribers together. Thank you so much. Then enjoy the rest of the video and have an awesome day. Yours, Xoonani.